Good morning, children. Old Capmeister. I just got a good bit of news from a buddy of mine. I'm going to do a video after this one, so tune in because it is pretty good news. It's one of the rare times a president or a politician has done something I'm like, wow, that's actually what I've been saying to do, and it happened. I think it's the first time in my life that happened. But we have another PSA from an agent in the field. He'd like to remain anonymous, obviously, and I'm going to keep him anonymous as well because I like to protect him. Hi, Aaron. Hope you're doing well. I have a story that pretty much encapsulates the red pill when it comes to women. I want all the men who listen to your channel to hear this and get a good laugh and maybe reaffirm some beliefs. So I'm 23 years old and I just started working a job that pays a very handsome salary in a big city a few months ago. I studied a lot in college and really wanted to get laid after 4 years of a STEM degree. I am trying to protect them. I joined Seeking Arrangement to find some cute girls in my area. I met the first girl, let's just call her M, a few days in. She is young, but legal, just to protect our buddy. And we really hit it off. We agreed that we'd be in an open relationship of sorts where I pay her every time we have sex. Well, that's Seeking Arrangement, isn't it? After a few meetups, she goes ghost on me. It was odd because I thought we were both really enjoying ourselves outside of the sex, but I figured such is life and moved on. That is, you make me very proud. Because I'm old. Us old timers in the red pit, we're old. And now we get to see a young guy execute the wisdom we passed on to you. And you said it right there. I figured such is life and moved on. Dude, that is, you can ask any old fart in the red pill community. If that happened to us, we'd be, I wouldn't say devastated, but we'd be hurt. We'd be like, well, what happened? What's going on? Of course, we wouldn't be under the guise of Seeking Arrangement. We didn't have that back in that day. But it's good to see that you have that knowledge, you have that maturity, and you applied it in life. So you're going to do much better than us old timers. A few days later, I met another girl. Let's call her Jay. We had the same setup, but I liked her a lot more. She was hot, smart, funny, and 24. About a month of us being together, I realized I might be... Oh, you were catching the fifis? Were you catching fifis for her? I might be catching the feels for her, and she kind of admitted the same for me. This was odd because it wasn't my intention when joining that site. Here's where it gets fun, though. Although, as an aside, that's arguably not the worst place to meet your future wife. Now hear me on. I know a lot of you, wait, what? That's happening. I'm not saying it's the best way, but these women want high-value men who make money, and these gals are good-looking. It's an exchange of resources. That's all marriage has ever really been. And so it shouldn't be a surprise, let's just say, that through sugar daddy sites, some people do end up tying the knot. About a week later, Jake tells me that she wants us to stop talking. I asked her why, and she says it's because she has no interest in committing right now. And she felt like I was too much of a boring workaholic for her. She just said she liked you. She was catching feelings for you too. What happened? What? I wonder if Chad paid a visit. She wants someone more exciting who's into clubbing and getting hammered. Eventually, she also lets it slip. She met a new guy. She liked him more than me because he was a big drinker and partier. And that's who she wanted to commit to. Where have all the good men gone? The guy who makes really good money with a legit degree in STEM. Oh, I think I'm catching feeling. Oh, shiny object with bigger dick. Oh, hi. You work too much. Dude, that's happened to every one of us. Things are going great. All of a sudden, where'd she go? Well, I gotta find myself. I remember a woman saying I had a temper. This is before I had a temper. I'm like, what are you talking? And everything was going great with her. Like, so when I was around her, it was very relaxing. I had no temper. She's like, you got that Irish temper. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And sure enough, you find out she went back to her ex. Well, I told her that she liked him because he was... When I told her that she liked him because he was better, she responded, well, it's not like he and I are actually dating. This is young 20-something girls. Yes, I appreciated her being... I'm just curious. Like, I'm not curious. I know. there is something that, like, if you get to a certain level of looks as a young woman, if you're particularly, if you're attractive enough, you can just say anything and contradict yourself in the very next sentence, and guys will just take it, and you won't even be aware. You'll just think it's normal. I appreciated her being honest about it, but I was pretty beaten down because I really was starting to like this girl. Okay, well, now, when you go to a site called Seeking Arrangement, you should probably guard yourself a little bit. Probably not invest any feelings into this. Just it's there for a purpose. And as long as you use it for that purpose, it's like me taking a hammer and saying, I really like using this hammer. Why doesn't it work as a saw? You know, just to point out there, buddy. Later that day, M messages me out of the blue and tells me she ghosted me because she met a new guy. And she was in an actual relationship with him as opposed to being a sugar baby. However, her new guy was moving to another major town for work and wouldn't be around for the next couple of months. She said we could mess around as long as we were discreet. I asked her, does he know? And she said, and she went, he'd be furious if he did. And I said, is it wrong that I'm turned on by that? And she's some good game there, son. And she said, it is wrong because I like it too. These are some quality women you're meeting there, son. I'm meeting up with her for the first time in a while tomorrow and plan on having my way with her until that poor bastard comes back. This is the game we play, boys. Jay found someone better than me. M thought I was better than her, man. I'm just making money and getting laid. There you go. There you go. Anyway, I just wanted all the guys to hear this story. Feel free to add any comments that you think would be helpful or entertaining. I'll send a follow-up email with pics of Jay and M. Emmy did, and they're very attractive young ladies. I have nothing else to add except to reiterate what your original point was and why you had this PSA. Men, it's not complicated. She's with another guy. That's it. That's all this is. Look, you have the internet now. You got Cappy, you got Rolo, you got Rich Cooper, you got, who else? Whoever your favorite red pill pals are, okay? You got them. You don't have to go through the suffering we did, wondering why, and you now know they lie, especially when they're young and beautiful. There's another guy. That's the answer. There's always another guy. Even if there's not another guy, at that moment, there will be another guy pretty soon. And when the girl leaves and everything's going cheery and rosy and the birds are chirping and then all of a sudden goes, no, tada, there was another guy who either had a bigger dick, more money, was more fun, or a combination of the three. That's just how it goes. And you know what? Not your fault. Don't feel bad. Women do operate. Now, okay, how do I want to qualify? Let me make the general statement first. Women do operate by universal laws of behavior. Every great once in a while, a rare one, will have independent sentient thought and make a conscious decision not to for some long-term gain. She's very mature and really wants to get married and be a traditional woman. Doesn't mean her programming is any different. She just is making a Herculean decision to be an independent-minded person and to go against her programming, to delay gratification, to make an investment. Very rare, though. But every girl out there, just like you boys, big tits, hello, long hair, tight butt, you guys operate by rules and laws, undeniable, unbreakable rules and laws. So do women. And I think where the pain or the confusion comes in is when, like, oh, women are equal to men. They're just like men. They're just like us. They'll tell us the truth. They'll be on. They are all about avoiding pain and confrontation. And so they will lie especially about the thing that is usually the most important thing between men and women, and that's you guys, us. So when she says, I'm just not, it doesn't matter if she stops texting you, if she says, hey, we gotta talk. It doesn't matter what the words are or what the lie is that comes after as to why things aren't working out. She has found different dick. DD. We want double Ds, they want double Ds. and save yourself the pain and the agony in 2 ways. 1, having expectations. 2, torturing yourself over what she says because she's giving you misinformation. And again, without the internet, without us red pill pals, you will go through years, decades of pain and agony thinking there's something wrong with you, misdiagnosing yourself, when the number one epiphany I had, and I realized it, there's nothing wrong with me. It's society. So there you go. That's all I have to add. So thank you for the PSA. It's a very helpful PSA, very good PSA. Love hearing reports in the video. Dude, you guys should send me like reports from the field. I love that. I'd love to read it. We don't make it up. It's not a shtick. It's not a thing. This happens. It's not what you're reading on the internet. You think like, oh, well, that just happened in this guy's life. It is real. Ask any guy who's gotten divorced, which is most of them. Nonstop trade for $5. They say, if you can't handle me and my kids at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Also, don't want to date down, a.k.a. undereducated men. Uneducated. Keep in mind, not dumb men, not men who like, they want educated men. So as long as you have a degree, that's it. Never mind if you make a lot of money. Never mind if you actually are smart. They want educated because you are the shiny piece of jewelry accessory. I have my boyfriend. He has a doctorate in philosophy and he's a professor. Meanwhile, it's like, no, he's an adjunct. He's part-time. He's paid $18 an hour. And he's asking the rest of you for a bailout. But he's a doctor. All right. Questions, answers, links to everything down below. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.